Good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to my backyard and my backyard tour. I have a ton of things planned for this summer. I'm super excited, and I'll be honest with you guys, I am no expert. I'm just a girl with a dream, and I'm going to execute that dream, and I'm going to homestead. So stay tuned. I'm gonna show you around. If you're really interested in what I got to say, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and comment. Be sure to comment because I love talking to you guys, and like I said, I am new at this whole gardening thing, so I would love some tips and advice and just welcome me into your gardening community. So I'm gonna show you what we've done so far. So jumping right into it, right? Last year, Dexter, if I have a list, by the way, it's because I have my Invisalign in. That's a whole nother story. If you guys are interested in my Invisalign journey, let me know in the comments because that's a whole other thing. But back to the garden, right? Dexter chopped down a couple trees to help cut down on leaves, and we have a lot of trees, so it was a necessity. It helped him out a lot, but he had a lot of logs afterwards, and we always said they were going to use the logs to frame our beds for our garden. And we finally did that. We're gonna clean it up a little bit because it's been about like 2 weeks, I think, since we did this. As you can tell, so yeah, these are all trees and logs from our backyard. Same thing with the leaves. I plan on doing like a lasagna method. We didn't till the ground either, so I'm doing, I think it's called a no-till method. I believe the method is behind, like, the ground is already healthy, like we have weeds, we have like grass, so we're using leaves from our yard to do that. As you can see, there's a lot of leaves everywhere. After the leaves, we're going to put some dirt down. Dexter insists on using dirt from the yard. I feel like that's fine because, you know, it's all good, but there's rocks and like other stuff, so I really want to just buy some, but we really are trying to be as fiscal as possible. So we're using a lot of the land, but we might do a compromise and use some as like compost and like a topsoil. Because like I said, we have an area, and I'll show you guys, in our yard where their leaves have just been piling over years, and underneath it's called humus. And that's just where all the leaves have broken down, and it's really just good soil. So I definitely want to utilize that at some point on here. But the point is to layer it up. I have twigs and branches, and then we have leaves. Then we're gonna do some soil, then some compost if we have some, if I can get some. And then on top of that, I'm gonna use some more leaves as a mulching method. So you can use like hay and all this other stuff, but you can also just use leaves, crumble it up and put it on top of all that. Let me show you the rest of my backyard and let you know just future plans on what we intend on doing and kind of what we've done so far, because we have big goals for here. Goals of passive income, goals of saving money by growing our own food, and possibly chickens. We'll see. So let me bring you along. Also, if I look like I have like a humpback, I have my baby. She's sleeping. So down there is where we plan on having an RV, hopefully in the future. Hopefully this year in the future, coming soon. And then over there, we want to have like a chicken coop. And then back there, we still have space. Well, Dexter made some space for me to have another area of a garden, but that's a lot more shady. So for like leafy greens, spinach, lettuce, broccoli, all those things. But let me take you to the area where we want to have the Airbnb. So the area right behind me is where we would like to put RV for our Airbnb passive income dream. Plan on getting an RV this year, and once we do, we're going to like completely renovate this whole area, just get it set up. We'd like to have it like facing the fence, like have it just like along the fence. We want to have like we're gonna make a platform deck attached to the RV, and I'm sure you may have noticed a small put a door at the end of our fence. Dexter he installed 2 doors, one right here and one at the other end of the fence, and completely just terraformed the whole like back area of our fence. But I'll show you guys that it's really cool. We plan on making that like kind of a walkway, hangout area, a little fairy garden. But you know, let's check it out. Alright, so this is the first like spot kind of. And like I said, Dexter completely just made everything back here. Like, these were trees and plants. If I have some footage, I'll try to show you guys, but it's amazing. Like even the like fence that is right here, he literally chopped down some trees back here with like a hatchet, I think, not even a chainsaw. He is a doer. I'm here for it. But yeah, so this is like part of our backyard. Like we want to have like a platform as well. Let me take you back to the garden area and tell you what kind of vegetables and flowers I'm going to be growing and herbs. Hey.
Hey, you.
Come over here. Explain to them what you're doing.
Certainly. Oh, hello there. All right, so what I'm doing is I am separating the rock from the hill so that I can drop the level of this hill because it's a big mound right now. But I want it to be flatter for a better seating area and hopefully so that we can put together a nice fire pit over on this hill.
Nice. And he's also collecting soil, like I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So that we can put into our beds that are over there. How's that going? You getting some good soil? I'm surprised to see some like lumps of clay in here actually.
Yeah, a lot of what's comprising this hill is clay.
Right, and is clay good? Clay's good, right?
Yeah, clay has nutrients in it.
Okay, yeah. I know people use those like clay ball things. Is it for the same method?
Not necessarily for the same.
I don't know.
Like,
Dexter knows. Dexter is way more the gardener. So he's more experienced.
those little clay balls that you're talking about are usually like, they're like, I want to say baked. That's not baked, but like they're cooked.
I think baby's up. Is she up?
I can't see her head. Yeah, she that way. The little hat that came off.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So what were you saying again about the?
You're talking about those little clay pebbles.
Yeah, the clay pebbles.
And those, they hold water in like the crevices and things like that. In it, they hold water in the crevice. This doesn't exactly hold any water, but there's more accessible nutrients in this that you won't find in those, those little pellets. Those are things that don't add any.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, good to know.
It's more like aeration.
So we are going to buy some soil, but we do want to use some of the good, just rich soil we have that's in our backyard. He is finding some rocks though, like I said, but he's doing a due diligent job at throwing them away.
Yeah, and you're going to find rocks in the soil even if you plant straight into the ground in the backyard. You just won't see them. So some rocks won't hurt you,
I'm not growing too much root vegetables other than turnip, I think, but that's because I want the greens. I don't really like turnip, so I'm not too worried about pebbles in the soil.
Yeah.
But we're going to explain to them what we are going to be growing, so I'm going to head back up there.
Okay.
Yeah, and baby gets to join.
Thanks for stopping by.
So the area right behind me is basically where I want to have my chicken coop. I still have to look at the laws and ordinances for having chickens, but if I am allowed to have roosters, I definitely want to have a rooster because we have hawks and I do not want them messing with my chicken babies. So imagine like a chicken coop over here in the back. Hopefully we can get a good sell on that somewhere. If y'all know any good chicken coop companies, holla at your girl. Because we getting chickens, we getting eggs for free because they've been growing up. They've been going up in the grocery store and I'm over it. That's why we are also planting our own vegetables. So I've been promising you guys this. Let's go back to the beds and join Dexter while I tell you guys what I'm actually going to be growing. Alright, so Dexter is layering on some of that rich, yummy soil right now to the base of our bed. Like I said, we want to do that to block out all the grass and all the weeds. And right now I'll tell you, I guess, a little bit what I plan on growing, right? That's the fun part. In this long bed back here, I think I'm going to grow some corn. I know the things I'm going to grow, right? So I'm growing corn, 2 different types of corn. I'm growing squashes, like spaghetti squash, yellow squash, zucchini. I'm growing some cucumbers, some regular like cucumbers, some pickling cucumbers. I'm growing some peppers, like 2 spicy ones, and then like your regular green pepper. What else? I'm also growing those peppers in containers because I heard they do really well in containers. I have a whole slew of tomatoes that I'm going to be growing. I'm growing like 5 or 6 different ones. I have some beefsteaks, some black prince. I'm really excited about that. I actually hate tomatoes, but I had black prince once from a garden, and that just changed the game. So when these tomatoes are finished, I'm definitely slicing them up all fancy, like get some mozzarella, some like olive oils, doing the whole thing. So that's my tomato goal for this garden. I'm growing with the beefsteaks, I think cherry tomatoes, zebra tomatoes. I'll try to, if you guys are really interested, just like let me know in the comments. I have a whole list. I literally did a whole Excel file of like everything that I'm growing. And that's pretty much it, guys. There's a helicopter. Alright, the helicopter's gone. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm growing back here. And as we're tending the, huge vulture just landed. We got birds up in here, y'all. As we are, getting our garden ready and all that jazz. In the middle of here, I want to build like a deck, like just like a platform out of some like 2x4s, and from there like maybe a nice outdoor rug, so we could just sit and enjoy the sun, bask in all the veggie glories. Oh yeah, I'm also growing some herbs. I'm growing parsley, oregano, shallots. What else am I growing? I think only like 3 or 4 herbs, but I want to grow more. So if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and join the fam. Good to see you guys.